Welcome to Trials to Triumph, where we embrace hope even in trials, changing lives one struggle at a time. Have you ever been on a winding road? I mean a really winding road, where as you go around each turn and the road goes up and down from left to right, and you wonder what's going to be around the next corner. And the further you go down the road and the windier it gets and the bumpier it gets, you wonder if you're even going to make it to your destination. And if you're unable to make it to your destination, can you even find your way back from where you've started? Sometimes the way our life goes, it can feel like one of those winding roads. We can lose our way, feel as if we're lost, and as if this journey that we're on is never going to end. One afternoon while our family was camping, my father wanted to take us on a Jeep ride. We only had a limited amount of time left that day before we had to get to another engagement, so we thought, let's join in and we'll go on this Jeep ride. And after we'd been out for a couple of hours, my dad decided he wanted to go on a different road, a road he'd never been on before, to see what just happened to be there. And it was one of those winding roads. Up and down and left and right and bump after bump, and it went on and on and on. In fact, we began to beg for him to turn around so that we'd be able to get to the appointment we had. But Dad said, no, we have to go and see where this road leads. And so we continued, left and right and up and down and bump after bump after bump. And as we continued on, we finally got to the end of the road. And what we found was not exactly what we thought we were going to find. You see, it was just a big turnaround. An area of dirt surrounded by trees and bushes. The view wasn't even that great. We all looked at each other a little bit puzzled as to why this road was here in the first place when it took us to really nowhere. And as we were taking time to look around between the trees and bushes, one of us spotted something. And what we spotted was this. Leaning up against a tree at the end of the road. And as we glanced at this cross, we noticed how imperfect it was. And yet, in its imperfection, it told an even greater story. And what we found in the meaning of this cross was really more about the meaning of life's journeys. You see, life is a lot like that Jeep ride. It's full of ups and downs and quick turns from left to right. We don't always know what's going to be taking place around the next corner. But what we do know is that no matter where our journey is taking us, Christ is traveling it with us. Even more so, the more bumpy and swervy and the more complicated the road is, I believe the more Christ understands. Because when he hung on that cross, it was a combination of every difficulty that ever exists. And so I am reminded when I see a cross, or when I look at that cross, to open my eyes so that I might see. and to open my ears so that I might hear, and to open my heart so that I might be touched by the road that I am on at that very moment. I may not know the meaning while I am in the midst of the journey, but often the meaning is right before my eyes. I just have to look around a little deeper to find it. For Christ is at the center of every path that we travel. Thanks for joining me today. Please be sure to leave comments below, and for more thoughts, stories, and words of encouragement, I invite you to go to my Facebook page, where we focus on embracing hope even in trials, and we're changing lives one struggle at a time. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.